February 1980. I'm a young broadcaster living in Florida. I move with my young bride back to West Virginia to take up a news director's job at WKEE Radio. We are owned by Capital Broadcasting, which has its headquarters in Raleigh, North Carolina. So I come here in February of 1980 for training. I bring my young bride because I don't want to go anywhere without her. And we begin the whole process. I am here one day, and the third worst snowstorm in the history of Raleigh. And I got to tell you something, 1980, you guys were not prepared for a snowstorm. So we were snowed in. We had to stay an extra 3 days in Raleigh and couldn't go anywhere because the streets weren't clear. So we spent a nice romantic time, just me and my wonderful wife, Leslie, watching TV, getting takeout food while the snow blew around. And 9 months later, to the day, Justin Tyler McElroy was born. And they have never heard this story before. Is it true? Well, all I can say is the McElroy brothers are not experts. And their advice should never be followed. Oh, Travis insists he's a sexpert. But if there's a degree on his wall, I haven't seen it. Also, this show isn't for kids, which I mention only so the babies out there know how cool they are for listening. What's up, you cool babies?
1, 2, 3, 4. It's the start of something beautiful. A small acquaintance has blossomed, it's ripened into a precious friendship. I could have never seen what was coming for me. Hangs at the skate park, hangs by the beach. My life, it feels like it's better with you. My life, it's better with you. This is true, it's better with two. My life, it's better with you.
Hello, welcome to My Brother and Me, an advice show for the modern era. I'm your oldest brother, Justin McElroy. What's up, Trav Nation? I'm your middleest brother, Travis Vroom Vroom McElroy.
And I'm your sweet baby brother, 30 under 30 media luminary, built for tough Griffin McElroy. And I just heard a story about a time my dad nutted.
Not a lot of hype men in the biz have the guts to come to a town and razz it for not being ready for the natural disaster 45 years ago, and then talk about some nut-related activity he's experienced in your city with my mom.
Also, hey, okay, so it's also weird to kind of give you guys credit for that.
Yeah, no, Raleigh, I adore this city with my whole heart. I think my dad probably could have finished no matter which city he got snowed in. I don't think there was anything about your city
I would
that
do
helped.
anything to quit this podcast right now. Like literally anything.
You all have a lot going for you. I don't know that any of it was germane to the activity that transpired.
Because I don't know if cities have slogans, but Virginia's got Virginia's for lovers. What about Raleigh is for nuttin'?
And it's a picture of me, right? Because it's
Yeah.
about my conception.
Yeah,
You know that you're hearing it in the abstract, but I'm a human being, right? And that's a story of my conception being told to you, the people that paid to see me do jokes. But it's like, I didn't know that was going to be part of it, and
Right.
it is.
The shirt would read, I busted in Raleigh, and all I got was this Justin McElroy.
No. I think the shirt would probably say, if you're busting for a Justin, get down to Raleigh. Run,
Yeah.
don't walk to Raleigh or
Yeah,
something
sure.
like that. Do you guys think that's why I've been so like on point today? Like I've been so cool
Yes.
all day. Like
since the
That is true. I want to tell my Justin bobbing out in Raleigh story. So,
wait, tell the dad half first.
okay, so as I...
So Dad busted one time 40 years ago.
Then 45 years later, as I'm getting on the elevator from our hotel floor, Dad is getting back off the elevator, having come back upstairs. He says, I forgot my phone. I'll be there in a minute. I said, okay, and it is important to note so that you don't judge me harder than you need to.
Yeah, you do not come out of this story looking great, man.
Listen, I am what I am. I'm sitting there holding this beautiful outfit and a bag full of stuff and a backpack on. Even in the air conditioning of the hotel, I am wilting. So I'm like, okay, cool. I get down to the lobby. I think, did he mean down in the lobby or did he mean be at the theater? It's a 5-minute walk away. And I thought, well, I don't want to be late, so I started walking. Shut up. So then...
No, don't shut up.
Don't
that
shut
was
up.
right.
That was fair. You bought your seat. You make whatever noises you want in it.
So then 2 minutes later, I hear a noise behind me. I turn and see our dad who has a suitcase, and the suitcase is fallen down. He's about maybe 50 yards behind me. I went, oh, good. Dad made it. It's hot. Fuck that. And I kept walking.
It's, by the way, it's 10 minutes, and Travis then proceeds to walk 10 minutes with, like, Dad a block behind him, and with Dad, like, regularly, like, hey, wait up, or like...
No,
like,
he didn't
Trav,
call out.
Trav?
He did not call out.
Did you know he was there the whole time, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said he was too winded to call out.
I was pretending like I was being tailed by the least intimidating, like, government official, and I loved it. But it also was... I was listening to music. I didn't want to take my AirPods out and have to talk to my dad. So...
Shit, man.
Heavy.
Listen, sometimes
Where's
I
the
fully
respect?
embrace all this.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I know it's not right. Gotta love me.
And
So then-
it's so cool for the rest of us when you do that too. Is the best part.
well, that's how you know it's optional when I'm kind and loving.
Yeah.
So then I get to the theater and I'm maybe 10 feet away from the stage door when a shape just zooms past me. So cool, so graceful. Does a full like slide stomp on his lime scooter and says, hey, what's up, Trav? And it's my older brother, the leader of the pack.
I zipped right past Dad's old ass, right past Travis, right to the stage door. I was the first here except for Griffin.
And then he parked, and I said, God, that was so cool. And he said, now I have to walk it back out to the sidewalk.
Yeah, they don't want you to leave it at the stage door. So it's like out. P.S. If you see a lime scooter near the stage door, please don't take it. That is going to be my egress home.
Yeah.
And if you want to leave some other scooters there, that's great just to give me options because it was a bit of a bumpy ride. But thanks. Just don't take my scooter. Thanks. It's kind of mine. Not a big deal.
You're really deeply undressing right this moment.
Okay. Is that... Okay. May I?
Yeah, please go on.
Thank you. This is an advice show. We take your questions and we turn them alchemy-like into wisdom. We're so happy to be here with you, Raleigh.
Back in Raleigh.
What's the first question, Trav? For some reason, it's just not showing up in my
The
Google
way I
Drive.
eat corn dogs is unusual.
How so, Griff? Speak on that.
Well, hold on. I don't like the hint of wood flavor the stick leaves behind. So I always take the stick out and eat that side of the corn dog first, leaving the best for last, the top of the corn dog. If I do this in a crowd or around friends, would someone call me out over this? How can I explain myself besides the stick parts not as good, so I eat them backwards? That's from Customary Corn Dog Custom in Tennessee. Are you here? All right.
So this is how I do it. No, I'm saying I think that's great. That's how I do it. I don't like the wood flavor in the corn dogs, so I take the stick all the way out and I eat the ass.
Can I just, if you don't like the wood flavor of the stick and the corn dog, may I suggest you turn your attention to a stickless hot dog option? There's so many vehicles there for
I'll
you.
split the uprights here because, Griffin, a hot dog is different from a corn dog, and you know that.
You're right. I
Because-
just wanted to seem funny and cool in front of all these guys.
I know. And Justin, if you remove the serving conveyance from the corn dog, you've removed all the convenience from the experience.
Okay, see, this is where I disagree because you're going to need to tell me how a corn dog is not just an edible bun.
Because it's
If I
corn
held a hot
meat-
dog by the bun, everyone would think that's great and love me. Okay, but if it's encasing it with corn, that's a crime. Seems suspect to me.
Because in theory, it's the thing that makes the corn dog special.
Are you eating or are you doing a theory about corn dogs? Are you eating them or are you writing a treatise on their philosophical impact? Or are you taking the stick out the ass because it tastes like wood, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a good point. It's the year 2025. We've had so many culinary innovations. How have we not made the wood a seasoned, like this is going to add a smoky flavor?
Edible stick,
Yes,
edible
something
corn
that's
dog
going
stick.
to bring a little something to the experience.
You may be thinking, what are you going to put in there? Chemicals, microplastics? It's a fucking corn dog.
You're not that cool. You're not proud. You'll put anything in there.
I love the, if I see someone,
like a rosemary scented stick or so. I'm saying add some.
Travis, you can pitch your artisanal corn dog brand to the Sharks later. If I see someone...
That stays in this room. If I see
Yeah.
any of you trying to steal
No
that,
kidding.
I'll know.
We've got to have a backup plan, guys, please.
Fuck.
If I see someone eating a corn dog, something has gone wrong. First and foremost, I can't think of a scenario where I'm going to just see someone eating a corn dog. Second of all, if I see someone...
Wait, what?
Where am I?
You said it, and I'll stand behind
We
it.
routinely go to conventions.
I'm not seeing a lot of corn dog action at conventions, Trav.
I think Griffin.
I don't see the cast of fucking Arrow in the green room like, yummy, yummy.
Man, what an elitist point of view, Griffin, that now your only experience of a con is the cast of Arrow.
When you're on our side looking out, you fuck with the cast of Arrow, and they don't eat corn dogs. If I see you eating a corn dog, that's a problem. If I see you rip the stick out of the corn dog, I don't care which side of the corn dog you eat next. What you just did is barbaric and insane.
Okay, listen. Now, think about this for a second. If you see a corn dog, right, and someone has a corn
Let
dog
me
on a
picture
stick,
it.
a picture corn dog, okay. If
Where
you
am I that I'm seeing someone
Okay.
with a corn dog?
I'm at the state fair.
Yeah, you're at the state fair. You're at the pumpkin festival, okay? You're at the West Virginia Pumpkin Festival. You're eating some pumpkin dumplings. I'm like, let's go get a corn dog.
Do I have like a pumpkin butter that I'm dipping the corn dog into? Because that would be amazing.
No, it's not pumpkin butter or corn dog. It's just like separate. So
Okay,
you-
fuck. Let me reset.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you take the stick out the ass.
Right.
Uh-huh.
If you see someone
The
do
corn
that,
dogs are my own.
yeah. So if you see someone take the stick out of the corn dog and then eat the head of the corn dog, or the tip, as you might say, if you calm
Grow
down.
up.
If you see someone bite the tip, the thing you think is you could have done that with the stick in it.
It's so far from the wood flavor. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Now,
but if someone, I'm saying, if you see someone remove a stick, in your head you should think he better be about to eat the ass, because otherwise I don't know why he did it. And then if they take the stick out and they eat the ass, it's like, yeah, you want to start with the ass, but you can't because of the stick. It makes sense to me.
There is also the element, Justin, that if I see someone remove the stick and then start at the tip, my thought process is, oh, they must, like me, have no concept of where the stick begins within the corn dog, and they're worried.
I'm saying if you remove the stick from the corn dog and then bite the tip, you're just like angling for quirk. It's Manic Pixie bullshit, man.
Okay, but-
just eat it. You know what I mean? You don't have to have a thing. You don't need a gimmick.
I
Just
will also
eat it from the ass because it's better that way.
yeah. I will
Eat
also-
it from the
Eat it
ass
from the ass
because it's better that way.
I also, just to put a bow on it, can't imagine you're in a corn dog eating situation in which someone around you is going to clock your etiquette and think, why, that's not appropriate for this venue.
I think your guys' strident opinions that rise instantly to the surface about corn dog consumption beg to say otherwise. I think you guys would have lots of judgment for corn dog consumers.
No. I'm saying that rarely is a corn dog what someone's ordering at like Tavern on the Green, which I imagine is a fancy restaurant. And then someone would eat it, pull out the stick, and they'd be like, how gauche.
Yeah.
That's true. How about another question?
I'd love that.
Please.
I went to a coffee shop to work on a project for work. Okay. I ordered a latte and almond croissant and then got sucked into my spreadsheets, Google Docs,
Oh, been there.
etc. This led me to not eat my croissant for a few hours. The next time I went into the coffee shop, the barista asked if I bribed myself with a sweet treat to get my work done. Because they noticed how long it took me to eat the croissant last time, I panicked and said yes, even though that's not true. She said it, she did the same thing, and we became friendly. Now, whenever I see her, I feel like I have to order a pastry and wait until I'm nearly ready to leave to eat it. How do I escape this polite pastry problem? And this is from Really Ravenous in Raleigh. Are you here?
Hello. It's quite a situation, quite a pickle you got yourself into, huh? This is what happens when you lie, gang.
You've also created like an accidental accountability partner.
In my head, at some point, I realized I started assembling a list of things it's okay to notice about other people, specifically myself. And I've noticed as I age, that list becomes vanishingly small.
Yeah, sure.
I want people to notice almost none of my
If
actions.
someone walks up to me and says, I noticed you eating a corn dog, pulled the stick out, and then ate the ass first, I would say, that's like too many things to notice.
Yeah, way too close attention.
But I suppose if it is at a business where you work and kind of can't leave, you're looking for any kind of plot lines you could follow just to help get through the day.
I think that this could be an amazing business model, though, because a lot of people go to the coffee shops to get their work done. So what if it was a coffee shop that explicitly said, like, oh, do you like this brownie? Excellent. Yeah, that'll be like $3.50 or whatever.
Okay.
And we will deliver this brownie to you when you show us that your work is complete.
So it's mommy's special sweets for
Mommy's special
Hey,
sweets.
listen,
Mommy
man,
special
with
sweets.
ADHD, I would love having an adult tell me, like, yeah, you can have this when your work is done.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Yeah, when I do that, he gets all mad at me. It's like,
Yeah, but that's all for show. I love it.
I actually I have an 11:15 face-to-face meeting down at Mommy's Special Sweets for Good Business Boys. Yes, it is the cafe where they don't give you the sweets until you've been a good boy and done all of your business.
And like, if they clock you like not scrolling on your phone for a while, they come by and say like, hey, I noticed. You're doing a great
Doing
job.
well, doing so well.
I'm proud of you.
I want to say that I think this person who works at a sweet treat store who is motivating themselves by denying themselves sweet treats should talk to somebody that cares about them. Because I think they need to find another way of doing it, okay?
That's true. They have to make sweet treats, and until they finish the sweet treats, they cannot eat a sweet treat.
Right. It's like, and
Vicious.
that makes it really hard. Like when I worked at Blockbuster and I would stock candy, by the end of the 2 hours, I'd think, if I don't eat a banana rut soon, I'm going to go fucking insane.
Right.
These things smell amazing.
Banana runts smell amazing?
They are a thing which will always be the thing that when something smells like them, I will say, this smells like banana runs.
Yeah.
Right? Everything that smells like that isn't that smell. It smells like banana runs.
That's
how incredible they are.
Can you go and say, one, you lied? There's no situation out of this where you're not like, I lied, I got nervous, I don't know you, I had to talk to you, so I lied. Thanks, man. This thing's really fucking shedding. Can you believe the quality of this this fucking Lightning McQueen onesie that I found online isn't...
For big boys.
You're going to have to go and you say you lied. And you say, it's not because I have to finish my work. I just like it when the croissant gets really old. I like an aged croissant, hard, puck-like, stale. I can't have it be too good too fast.
I don't deserve it.
I don't deserve it. I haven't finished my business yet.
Do you guys ever have a moment where you go to like a coffee shop or a bistro and you order like a sandwich or something and they ask if you want it heated up?
Yeah.
And you don't, and you feel like you've disappointed them? Like, I was supposed to get it heated up. It was a trick question. The answer is yes, of course. That's how the chef recommends it or whatever.
Some sort of guidance would be amazing. Yeah.
Do you know where they fucking hate that is Subway? If you're like, I want it toasted, but please do that before you put the meat on, man, they hate that. And I feel like that should be the baseline, right? No one wants hot meat, right? We want a hot bread and cold meat, right? That's
hot bread, cold meat?
Hot bread, cold meat treat you right.
Cool nights.
Cool nights, hot love. Temperate religion.
I'm going to be thinking about that for the rest of the show.
I'm
we're going to talk
I'm saying
about
they're like, do you want it toasted? Yes. You have to then specify, not at the end. I want it to happen now. Don't say another word about sandwiches until the bread's in the toaster, and then we can talk.
That is a human being that from the moment they start the process to the moment they put it in the toaster, if that's what you want, has trained themselves to zone out completely, and you interrupted that with a new step, and they're like, I have to think during this process? Fuck you.
The one that was most confusing is when after the toasting, they were like, do you want cheese? And I'm like, I already cooked it. I'm going to start putting raw ingredients onto my sandwich. It is way too late for raw cheese.
I want my cheese melted, my bread hot, my meat cold, my lettuce tempered, average.
Absent.
My lettuce next door.
My lettuce in absentia. My spinach, 4 leaves, if you please.
I can't eat a sandwich that isn't confusing to the palate. Can you just say, I'd like the chocolate croissant, you go and sit down, and 30 seconds later you go, yes!
I got the big sale.
Breakthrough alert! Oh, no.
Can you come in like you've been on an all-night working bender? Like I haven't even slept. I'm almost done with the big project.
You have to trust me. I've been a good boy already.
And then you say like, oh, I think that'd be it. And they're like, do you want a sweet treat? And you're like, wait, say that again? Sweet treat? Of course, I cracked it.
Eureka!
We both deserve one.
How about another question, maybe, Justin?
I've recently dug a vegetable garden in my backyard. And one of my neighbors had advised me to, rather than buy mulch, take bags of yard waste from the side of the road and use that instead. My question is, how do I do that without looking like some kind of trash-stealing goblin? And what if I'm seen doing it? That's from Not a Trash Goblin.
Are you here? Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I am here,
yes. Crunch, munch, crunch, munch.
Is it possible your neighbor hates the smell of mulch because it smells terrible? And they're like, oh, you know what I've heard? You know what I saw on TikTok?
They don't really they don't warn you about this when you're a parent, but they will remulch your kids' school's playground several times a year, and you will have to answer the question several times a year of, why does it stink like shit everywhere? And it's like, well, they put that down to keep you safe, I guess. Why does it have to smell like shit? I don't know, my son.
I was in a similar situation because there's these guys that are digging a gas pipeline near my house, and they put down grass seed, and then they put hay on top of it, right, to protect it. And I need to put some grass seed up in a small area of my home, but I don't have any hay. So as I was driving past the guys, I started thinking, like, they were done. Yeah. And I saw 2 bales, and I thought, I'm just going to ask these guys for some of the hay.
There's no way on earth you actually did that, though, right?
Yeah.
You didn't ask someone, give me the hay. You didn't start a conversation with a stranger to say, let me get that plant for free. That's not you. There's no way.
I thought it would be maybe saving them a hassle.
Okay.
Like if maybe like, hay disposal is one of the more annoying parts of the job.
Okay.
Maybe I could be of assistance there. And maybe they just want to do a solid turn for a friend.
Yeah.
And just give me the hay. Because I don't know where to get hay is the other thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's not just about the hay, it's about all the time it's going to take to figure out
Where
my
hay
whole
comes from.
hay deal.
Yeah.
So I go up to the guy with full intent. I'm about to ask this man for his hay. And then as I got there, my brain started second guessing it. And along the pipeline, the question became, where did you get your hay? So I said to the man, where'd you get hay?
Awesome. Fuck yeah, man. That fucking rules, man. No one who needs to know that information must ask that information. If you need hay, you know where it is.
But I do need hay, and I don't know where it is. I don't, and I didn't. He was there already, and I was already talking to him because I was about to bum hay off of him.
Right.
So it seemed like we had already had a rapport
Yeah.
in my head. So I just asked him where to buy hay.
Yeah.
There is like I would say 1 in 1,000 chance that you would have done that, and the other worker would have been like, "Oh my God, don't get him started." And then he's going to be like, "You want the best hay?" And he's going to launch into a full explanation for you, and that would be worse for you.
Yeah.
I realized at some point that I must have only said hey, because he just said hey. And then I just kept driving.
Awesome.
Like,
Oh, you were in your automobile.
I was in my, I'm going to walk down? I'm going to walk away from that? No way, man. Remember the black bear? Same thing. I'm not going to leave the vehicle if I need to make a quick escape.
Yeah.
I like the bear
So
encounter.
if you have
and
any hay, by the way, catch me after the show if you got hay.
Catch him outside with the hay after the show.
bear encounter and talking with another human being are of equal danger to Justin McElroy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
for
what I'm
sure.
getting. How expensive is a secondhand garbage truck that you could drive down,
Wow, that
get out in your
escalated.
overalls?
That escalated so fast,
I'm
Trav.
trying to be helpful. No one questioned. I've never seen a sanitation worker
Yeah.
show up in a garbage truck, take my garbage, dump it in the truck, and me think maybe they're secretly stealing
Show
it.
me some identification.
It's the perfect crime.
Yeah, but you can't just be a trash truck that only picks up plants. Actually, that may exist.
Where else do you think they go, Griffin?
Yeah, that's
Back to the earth?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, but not in that location.
Can you create a sort of ghillie suit that you wear and sort of shamble around, and then when you come and you steal the bags of roughage from outside of the homes, if someone sees you, and they'll be like, "Denise, I fucking told you,
Griffin,
there he
where
is
do you
again."
And you get a little taller when you steal that. Like, oh, he's adding to himself.
Where
Yeah.
do you get the first long clippings to make the ghillie suit? If I
Damn
had the
it.
ingredients for a ghillie suit, I'd be fine.
All right, if you could create like a cryptid like legend in your neighborhood of like the cryptid that steals like yard waste, no one's gonna believe it, but they're gonna be fine with it.
Yeah, it's cute. It's gonna get on the news. We have a Leshy situation in our neighborhood. Keep your eyes locked out.
Don't look at him. We don't want him to stop doing it.
No.
It's very convenient for us, actually.
What if there's a scorpion in there?
What if there's a
Did you even
scorpion?
think
in
about
it?
that?
I don't know what's in yard waste.
Or even a slug, frankly.
Street yard waste?
I'd actually rather a scorpion be in there because at least when I freak out over that instead of a slug, everyone around will understand.
We love you. Get hydrated. We'll be right back.
We'll be
Bye.
back.
It's better with you.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Travis, here with, of course, my main man, my older brother, Justin McElroy.
It's me, Justin McElroy, and I'm ready to do the ads now.
Well, Justin, as you know, today, when we're recording this, is Whittle Griffin McElroy's birthday.
Special.
Small McCartney.
His special day.
And so he said that he couldn't do ads, but he did leave me this note that I'm going to read right now. He said, all I want for my birthday is for you guys to tell people about Rocket Money.
Wow, that's it?
Yeah, he said, so he wanted people to know that Rocket Money can find subscriptions you forgot about or something that you paid twice and didn't realize it. They can also help cancel subscriptions for you. and alert you to an increase in subscription price, all kinds of stuff. It's a personal finance app that helps find and cancel unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. And Griffin put here, make sure to tell them, because it's my birthday, that Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when they use all of the app's premium features. Now, I don't know about you, Justin, but it's starting to feel like maybe Griffin is being paid by Rocket Money to write this letter to us.
Yeah, this feels like sponsored content or advertorial, I guess. And
something like that.
It's unfortunate to see our relationship deteriorate to this point.
Especially since, like, we haven't talked to Griffin in several days, and this is, like, the only communication he left.
Oh, wait, he did. What, is there anything else on there, Trav?
Yeah, it says, make sure to tell them that they can cancel their unwanted subscriptions and reach financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Download the Rocket Money app and enter, he said, my show name, which I find interesting. My brother, and me in the survey, so they know I sent you. Don't wait. Download the Rocket Money app today and tell them you heard about it from my show. Sincerely, Whittlest brother, Griffin, quote, Small McCartney, in quote, McElroy.
Wow. It's nice to hear from him, I guess. I wish we'd heard anything else from Griffin. Would have been. Oh, wait.
Where he is, how he's doing. Oh, there's a knock at the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, it's me. My name is Philip. I'm a singing telegram. Your brother Griffin sent me, told me he wanted to tell you something.
I thought you left a gap there. I thought it was a conversation.
No. That's part of the song.
Oh, okay.
Hello, my name is Philip, and I am a singing telegram.
Okay.
Your brother Griffin sent me to get you out of a jam, a gift-giving jam.
Okay.
You want to give something great. You want to give something that's not a plate. Well, let me tell you, Griffin says you can't go wrong with aura frames. Do you have a mom? Do you have a dad? Did you used to and now you have different stuff? Well, get them an aura frame. Setting it up is not too tough.
Hey, Philip, sorry, real quick. Can I interrupt you for a second?
This is your bed, Travis.
Oh, this is my
You
part?
can give some details.
Oh, okay. It's not just for your mom or dad or dead parent, as Philip alluded to. It's a great gift for everybody. Maybe your little brother who sent you a singing telegram on your birthday, whatever. Aura Frames was named the best digital photo frame by Wirecutter and was featured in 495 gift guides last year. That's a lot. That's more gift guides than you were featured in.
And Nora's got a great deal for your mom.
Okay.
Here on Mother's Day, Griffin sent me with $40 that he paid me to say.
Maybe I should read this part, Philip. Do you think? Just so it's clear. Oh God, Philip's crying. Okay, this is gonna be all day. Real quick.
Again.
Aura has a great deal for Mother's Day for a limited time.
Better than Philip.
For a limited time, listeners can save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off plus free shipping on their best-selling Carver mat frame. That's AURA frames.com, promo code MYBROTHER. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. Philip, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to imply that you weren't doing a great job.
Can I finish the song?
Yeah, of course. Sorry.
Sorry, Travis ended it so bad with a weird energy and a low temperature. Nobody's gonna respond to that CTA. That's a call to action in the biz.
That's a part of the song?
He wrote it.
Oh, Griffin, how did he know? Well, I guess he could probably assume I would ruin it. Okay. I also want, hey, Philip.
Yes.
Before you go, I wanted to let you know that tickets are on sale now for our live shows in Michigan, Minnesota, and Ohio. And that Minnesota, My Brother, and Me is already sold out. So you won't be able to make it to that one, Philip.
Can I sneak in the back door?
No, we just met.
If I'm bringing your DoorDash order.
Oh, then yeah, of course.
All
wow, you wear a lot of hats, Philip.
That's where I keep my money.
Under your hats. Okay. All Taz show will be...
Why didn't you tell him, Philip? Now you've got to kill him.
What was that, Philip?
Of your money hats. You gotta bury him again. Time to get a new identity. Get your butt out of town, Phil.
Okay. All Taz shows will be Taz Versus, and all the information and ticket links are available at bit.ly/McElroy Tours. We're also going to be at Origins Game Fair and Dragon Con. Find out all about it over at our site. The merch, everything's there too. So go check that out. Philip, you said you wanted to show me something in this dark alley over here?
Yeah, come on into here. It's perfectly safe for you.
Okay, sounds reasonable. Hey, everybody, enjoy the rest of the show, and thanks to Raleigh for having us.
I want a Munch Squad. I want to Munch Squad. Welcome to Munch Squad. It's a podcast. Thank you. It's a podcast within a podcast, profiling the latest and greatest in brand eating. And you know that Subway likes to get up to some things. Some of the things that you know Subway has gotten into include, is it tuna? I don't know. That was a big one. Remember
That was
when
a fun
Subway
one,
had
yeah.
the kind of rep where people were like, the fish ain't fish, and a good number.
Didn't the science show that it wasn't fish? And they were like, we'll deny it to our graves.
We are so surprised. We're as surprised as you are.
Justin,
we're
can I
like
ask-
so surprised.
Well, you've been doing Munch Squad for a while now. Have you ever thought about starting a podcast within Munch Squad? That's a podcast
the
within a
Munch
podcast.
Squad Junior.
Is a podcast within a podcast within a podcast?
When we have Munch Squad Bites, I've called it both, but sometimes there's a small Munch Squad that is within the Munch
and if
Squad.
he goes any deeper than that, he ends up in limbo, and then
Yeah.
we have to throw him off the
He
stage.
gets
to
down
get
there
him
and
out.
Tiny Paul Rudd is like, you've gone too deep.
Yeah, we're mixing our cinematic metaphors, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I know the perfect thing to wake me up would be a real kick to my palate, and there's nobody that can deliver that like Subway. Paul, let's see that great new offering, foot-long nachos.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Now,
For
this is...
wait, is the breakfast thing your own kind of
Because he was
sick
talking about the kick.
Is the breakfast thing your own kind of sick, twisted, skewed thing, or were they genuinely like, come on into Subway for breakfast, nachos?
No, there's no breakfast angle.
Okay,
He was talking
good.
about the kick to get him out of the inception
Okay,
zone.
now I understand the
So,
joke.
This, can I just say, having worked many a terrible job, my immediate reaction when I see this is thinking about the onboarding of the everyday Subway employee.
Yeah.
When a manager comes and goes, all right, guys, so, this week corporate wanted me to let you know we're gonna be doing nachos from now on.
That's our new deal.
So it is going to require a 6-week intense training course.
We were pretty harsh on AI, and I think it was deserved and pretty good. But I do think it was a person that thought 3 feet of nachos, 1 small Sprite. Nailed it. That's
Also-
exactly how. No one asked them for hydration to be part of the picture,
Yeah.
except presumably their boss, and they decided, 3 feet of these is going to be about 11 ounces of tap water. We'll get that down for you. No problem.
I also want to point out the inconsistency of shadows.
Yeah,
in
sure.
a way that makes it look like they had the picture and then they thought, this just looks like the nachos are floating in
So
a
the
shapeless void.
Yeah, the
so
t-
they had Doug go in and shade it in with a pencil.
The upper one looks like it's actually a dire wolf. They're
Yeah,
just like
sure.
emerging. The portented nachos. Listen, these get nastier than those are Doritos. Okay, they're Doritos.
Fuck off!
2 legendary brands, Subway and Doritos, are coming together for the most iconic collabo of the year. Doritos, footlong nachos.
The one on the bottom looks like it has raspberries or raisins or something.
Good
in it.
eye. Subway's latest footlong snack is freshly prepared to order, starting with classic Doritos nacho cheese flavored chips. Not the original. Did you guys know that? Original Doritos, not nacho cheese flavored. Yeah, taco flavored. Weird. Subway's latest
No,
footlong
no,
snack
Justin,
is a
dive
freshly
deeper.
prepared, starting with Doritos nacho cheese flavored chips, layered with cheddar cheese sauce and shredded Monterey cheddar cheese. I haven't pooped for 4 years in the future. Just reading that sentence, I'm cyber constipated.
Justin, can I just say, I've never thought about the fact that there doesn't exist like an original flavor Dorito, that the only ones are all flavor, like Pringles has Pringles and then all the other things on it. There is no like base Dorito.
There is a base Dorito, but they don't sell it anymore.
No, but
It's
even
this-
that Dorito is a flavor.
But
like,
it's not-
song.
This
Listen.
audience does not care about Doritos. I don't know how much clearer they can be.
Listen, the cheese is balanced though with a spicy jalapeno slices, diced tomatoes, and red onions finished with zesty Baja Chipotle sauce. Guests can add rotisserie. Now this is the part that fucks me up pretty bad. So listen.
This is the there's
No, it is. Listen to the sentence, okay? Guests can add rotisserie style chicken or steak at no extra charge,
Wait,
with the option to add a scoop of smashed avocado for an additional cost. Hey guys, this is fucked up. What they're saying is it's easier for them to find cows than it is to find avocados.
Yeah.
You understand? They got cows and chickens come out the ears. Have that for free, no problem. But if you want to smash an avocado on top, that's going to cost you.
listen, I am not advocating for anyone in the audience to do this, so please don't do it. But is it possible, Justin, that Sprite soda in the corner with a QR code on it is an ARG, that it's going to start you down a path?
the game is afoot. The game ends with you on multiple toilets.
It says, order ahead, rump the line.
All right.
Cool. All right. I'm sure everybody scanned that and got some access points at Subway Club. Here's a quote. Subway's newest partnership takes everything our fans love about Subway sandwiches, from quality veggies, proteins, and tasty toppings, to the next level with the cheesy flavor and iconic crunch of Doritos, said Paul Fabra, the senior vice president of culinary and innovation at Subway. So what he's saying is, we take everything people like about Subway
Yeah.
and we ruin it.
And we say, let's do nachos instead.
Because if they were being honest, Paul Fabra would say, you know everything you love about Subway sandwiches. They're there.
Yeah.
It's an option for when you're like, I think a hamburger's bad for me, but maybe a sandwich doesn't feel so bad.
Yeah.
And what we've done is remove any of that ambivalence, any of that doubt, and let you know, yeah, it's bad for you.
You know what's so sad? I'm looking at this picture and thinking that this is still the fast food chain I turn to when I just want something light.
Yeah, sure.
Just a little peckish. Maybe some Subway would be nice.
I think it should be illegal to sell nachos in a unit of measurement other than maybe weight or volume.
I also
To bring the three Christian dimensions into this.
I also know that there exist drive-through Subways.
Right.
And introducing a foot-long trough of drive-through nachos.
No fucking way is the structural integrity of that cardboard up to the task
You guys-
of being handed from one person to another person through an open window.
These guys are fucking sandwich artists, man. They are pros at handing over foot-long food, guys.
Sealed
That's the whole
in
premise.
a wrapped container like a mummy.
They're
There's
ready.
no way that's getting, especially I'm getting it and maybe handing it off to someone. There's so many failure points.
Imagine if the insolgating happens at the midpoint and it just like slurps the whole
like a
mess.
glop.
They're sandwich artists, Justin. They are not nacho engineers, which is a
Yeah,
totally
it's not
different
yeah.
skill set.
Whether you're sorry, Paul wanted to mention one other thing. Whether you're in the mood for a snack, pairing them with your favorite sub, or sharing with friends, there's one acceptable one. Subway and Doritos are serving up even more flavor in every satisfying bite. Don't act like this meets a bunch of needs.
No.
I love the idea of being
You're not
like,
filling a niche.
I'm going to need a foot-long sub, but I don't think that's going to be quite enough. You
I
know
need
what
to
would
eat
be a great pairing? 1/3 of a yard of nachos.
I have a 2-foot hunger, and it can only be satisfied with 2 feet of food.
Do you want a yard of cookie, like a foot of cookie to go with it? Don't be ridiculous.
No. So like a 2-foot square? Nope. A 2-foot straight pipe of food, baby.
Okay. Quote, there's another.
You could pick up the nachos, put them on the sandwich, condense it into the same linear space.
Too tall.
Whenever you have a collaboration, both companies always have to get a hand on the ball.
Yeah.
So on the Doritos front,
We didn't approve of this.
Help!
Don't put this on us.
this was a bridge too far. The Taco Bell shit we fucked with, but this is pretty wild. Listen, we're proud to team up with Subway to bring a bold take on the classic nachos experience by combining the bold, cheesy crunch of Doritos nacho cheese chips and Subway's freshly prepared ingredients, said Scott Finlow, Chief Marketing Officer, PepsiCo Away From Home. Now, do you know how hard they had to work to not put Doritos in that person's job title? Why?
Right.
Why the abstraction is what, like, they should be like Chief Crunch Officer, Scott Danger or something.
Justin, is PepsiCo Away From Home the name of it, or did they catch him away from home?
Yeah.
PepsiCo Away From Home, because we need a it's like a division that we can shut down.
We need a fall guy for if this Subway nachos
That wasn't
thing goes
classic PepsiCo. That was PepsiCo.
That was PepsiCo Away From Home. We don't even know. That's actually not related. Can I say, Justin,
You're hungry?
Scott's assertion that we're excited to be a re-envisioning of nachos, where, get this,
It's a foot?
chips
Okay.
with cheese and other things on top of it.
Right.
We done changed the nacho
Well, Travis,
game.
okay, if you were at a funeral and you opened up the casket and there were nachos inside, you would be like, this is a bold reinvention of what I know about nachos.
Hey, Griffin, that's the wildest fucking leap I've ever heard. That if I opened a coffin and saw I'm at a wake, I open the coffin, it's full of nachos, and I think, wow, they really changed the nacho
I'm just
game.
saying how completely pedestrian to say these look like nachos, how tame, when in fact it is not the form that has changed, but the method of delivery. You walk into a Subway and they have fucking nachos? What?
Yeah, so why not say in the press release, we're changing the nacho game by having them at Subway now?
Yeah, that is the question. It's like Subway's in the meeting. Doritos is like, so anyway, in closing, it's some Doritos and you put nacho stuff on them. And Subway's like, I still don't understand why we are here. Why do we have to be a part of this? Open up a new store. It's a good idea. We just don't want to be a part of it. We
don't have any of the infrastructure for this. Our cheese has to get melted in a big oven that we also put the bread in to bake.
Nothing is
We don't
prepared
have
us.
liquid cheese.
Our only chips are baked Lays still with Olestra, dog. That's it.
We're going to have to change the plumbing for this.
What is a Dorito?
So that's the Doritos nachos at Subway.
Thank you so much, Subway
Thank you,
and
Subway.
Doritos. We're going to do some live questions now, calling down people who sent in their questions in advance. Please don't approach the microphone if we do not call your name.
Paul, while we're waiting, do you have the picture of the statue for us to talk about? We'll talk about it for a second because several people emailed us. And we thought that we could address the Raleigh the issue if you have the image. It is a few people. I mean, literally the minute after my dad walked off stage, I opened my iPad and I had an email that was called "Nutting in Raleigh," and So you guys it's a thing, right? Like this legend has been passed around, I guess.
Is it really called? Is it titled by the artist The Big Nut? Or is that just what y'all call it?
No one knows.
No one knows. It's
Nobody
lost
knows.
to
That's
time.
fair.
Anyway.
One day it looks like it will open and reveal like some kind of dinosaur
It will be.
or
It will be
something.
me. I will emerge from
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
The stories are true.
The artist was Dad 45 years ago when he dropped a
Yes.
huge nut.
Huge,
As legend
snowy
foretold,
nut.
I emerged from a nut named Thought.
Yes.
My nature was irrepressible. Okay, listen. I'm sorry for the interruption. Please go ahead.
Hello. Yeah, go ahead. Hello.
Hi, I'm Maggie. She, her.
Hi, Maggie.
Thanks for coming to Raleigh.
Yeah,
You're
thanks for
welcome.
having us back.
It was also the end of the train line, so we would have gone back the other way if we hadn't gotten off there.
Well, appreciate the stop.
And they
Yeah.
wouldn't let us do that. They were
Yeah.
really weird about it.
God,
where
we
we said, one more again. And they were like,
No. So what's your question?
Well, I guess to stay on theme, I do have a nut-related question.
Amazing. You've come to the right place.
Thank you. I figured as much. So I teach ukulele,
Yeah.
and the fun thing about musical instruments is they have all these different parts.
What do you teach them?
I'm so sorry, Maggie. He got you so good just there. It's really nasty. It's fucked up, honestly, but he got you so fucking good,
Okay,
blasted.
Sorry, go ahead.
Face melt mode. Anyway.
I guess, yeah, you did get me. Thank you.
That's the only reason we called you down. Thank you so much.
No, Maggie. No, Maggie.
No, sorry.
What's your question?
Okay, so there are lots of different parts of the ukulele, and I'll have students label them with different, like tactile labels, and one of the parts is the nut.
Right.
And I teach 2nd through 5th grade, so
Yeah. No, unfortunately, that's where it starts, gang.
Are you actually able, I'm curious, to pinpoint, like, I've been working on, say, a year and a half, and they haven't laughed at the nut until now.
It's exactly-
Oh, no, their innocence is gone.
yeah, it's like a psychological developmental stage.
Yes.
I first want to say I was the first one who read your question, and I thought it was good, and I wanted to include it. And it took me a distressingly long time to find it again due to the challenges of spelling ukulele.
No, that's fair.
It took a few passes, but I did get back there.
Do you have a mnemonic device to help my brother and any other people here in the audience on how to spell ukulele in the good
Because Travis
right way?
backstage shouted the wrong spelling.
I
out.
would have
Screamed
sworn
at the top of
I
his
would have
fucking
sworn there
lungs.
was only one U and
He
three
was so
E's.
certain.
I remember it from one Homestar Runner video where they say ukulele. That's it, ukulele, right?
Ukulele, yeah.
All right, great. So we have.
I guess I'm the
do you have
nut.
the image of that, just so you can see. So far, your efforts have been to underline the word nut and print the word nut in a bunch of cards and underline the word nut. And
Is
this
this
It
where,
looks like every part of the ukulele is called the nut.
so just so we can be clear, this is where you're starting from. Is your first thought was print the word nut over and over again and underline it and hand it to the kids?
And we all know what part of the ukulele is the nut, but for the one person in the audience...
Don't
who
say a
does that-
fucking word, Maggie. We should have to guess what the nut is.
Hey, Maggie, something else I'll say. A lot of times I'm not sure I can help people, but I'm pretty sure we could make it less funny than you've done here, honestly. This is pretty much what 5-year-olds dream of. Someone handing them a card with the word nut underlined in case they missed how funny it is.
Is it the part you turn to tune it?
No, that's
Fuck.
a tuning peg.
That's a
All right. I don't need to know what it is. I just need to know what it isn't.
So it can. Is there a different
Griffin, what is the nut on a ukulele?
Fuck, I was hoping you wouldn't ask. Is it the thing that the string goes in?
It's like the bridge, you know, the bridge?
Yeah.
That's the nut is the other end of the bridge.
Right, yeah, that's what I was talking about.
I thought so.
Paul's gonna now zoom in on the nut.
Yes.
Scope
Bring
that
me
nut.
that nut.
Scope the nut.
Paul's a pro. I'm sure he knows where the nut is, right, Paul?
Paul's
Is that
looking.
it? Wait, is that it?
Paul's
so
looking.
I wasn't that far off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that big of an instrument, though, Trav. To be fair, it's hard to miss.
Do they really need to know this to play the ukulele?
Yeah, they don't already know it. Call it something else. They're not going to correct you.
Yeah, just say, and this is called the
Twisty.
What do you guys think teachers do? You don't pick one thing to lie about. That's not the job. That's not
Oh,
how-
they don't, Justin?
I don't know what the.
You're allowed to have one thing to lie about as a teacher.
You
One.
You should be able to
You already
tag.
have to do that to tell them they need algebra. I don't see why you have to waste it on the ukulele.
I think you should be able to tag in the health class teacher just for this one thing.
No, that's a good point.
They get paid the big bucks to discuss uncomfortable topics,
Hey, Maggie.
like the nut.
Start pronouncing it newt.
Oh, that's ukulele newt.
Newt.
That's the newt.
Newt.
Yeah.
And then you're not lying. You're just wrong.
Does that help?
Yes. That
Thank you
helps a
so
lot.
much,
Thank
Maggie.
you.
Thank you.
It's good. Right back to baseline. Back to our baseline nut picture.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you confirm your name for me real quick? We're gonna
Evie.
call Evie. Okay. Hello, Evie. You have our undivided attention.
Sweet. I would just like to know how to get a bigger wine pour at a wine tasting.
Awesome. Awesome.
Have you tried anything so far?
I kind of wave it in the air and say, orange peel?
So wait, your suggestion. Hold on.
Is your indecision supposed to communicate your deep desire for more?
Well, yeah, or is it a situation where you think if you can guess what the wine is good enough, they'll go, and then pour more of it? Correct. Your reward.
Here's the thing. I've been to wine tastings. I've seen Sideways. So I consider myself a bit of an expert. It's all made up bullshit. So if you were like swirling it around and you said, not tall enough to get a good read.
I'm having trouble catching the nose all the way down there, you say.
I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, whoever is pouring it for you at that specific place is like, I don't know either. Yeah, man, this sounds good. Is this enough?
Can you paint us a picture of, are you talking about a bigger pour to wine tasting? Are you talking about that first little sniff that they pour out there for some fucking reason? Or is it like a flight situation has an insubstantial amount of wine in it?
No, it's just that little
Like when you go to a
they give
tasting,
you-
not the part where the person opens it and you pretend like you know what you're doing and say, yes, this is excellent. Fill my glass and please walk away before I have to say anything
else, please.
This is more you're going to a thing and they pour it and say, now try this one. And you go, very good. As you think, not quite drunk enough, 10% there, 20%, right as you go on. Yeah.
Evie, were other people getting bigger pours?
Yes, they were.
That's fucked up.
I think, hey, listen, as one of 3 siblings, all you have to lean in and say, why do you like them more than me?
Yeah, have you ever tried, hey, I'm trying to get drunk?
Yeah.
That would probably work on me.
Oh, I
think.
thought you wanted fun, Evie, to be here.
Don't say that last one, probably.
Maybe you could start a anticipatory noise like before you saying when, right? So as soon as they start pouring, it's like,
Start doing some fucking start doing some Foley work as they come to port. Just go glug, 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 glug.
Okay, bring your own Sharpie. Before they pour, grab the glass, put a mark on it, so that you say, just so you don't have to worry
you just
about
need
it.
to do something confusing enough that they think about it for a half second, right?
Yeah.
Like as they're pouring, like, ooh, chuggies. And it's like, that's confusing enough.
Yeah.
That they're like, oh, I wish they hadn't said that. And then by then they've already poured like a half ounce extra.
Yeah, just start counting, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and done.
8 that's a lot of wine. Can you have a puppet with you?
Sorry, what?
I think you said puppet, but I also heard puffin.
Can
Monitor, I think, is it puppet then?
Okay, first of all, if I'm a sommelier and I'm pouring wine for the table and someone has a puffin, they're gonna get extra fucking wine for sure.
Wait, sorry, the person or the puffin?
The person. Puffins don't drink. You know this.
Not yet. But what an innovation.
If you have a puppet that is incredibly lifelike, and those
Life-size?
those bum people out, an incredibly lifelike puppet, and then you'll say, and them too, and then you just pour theirs into yours. Double dip.
Double dip with the puppets portion.
It will need to be life-size for them to believe it's over 21.
Yes.
Have you ever? Do you have a shirt that says "I'm just here for the wine"?
Oh, that's a good one.
Because then you could kind of point to it like, huh? Right? Do you like my shirt? And that's, again, just confusing enough to buy you like an extra second. While they're reading the shirt, that's what the shirt should say. While you were reading this, I got free wine, idiot. Thanks, sucker. Also, if you are hurt or upset by my shirt, please tell me. I brought a lot of $5
shirt.
I have a jacket.
I got a lot of $5 bills, and I'll tip you generously. I'm sorry, I just would love
It's
some
more of a
wine.
dress, really.
It's a floor length gown with a train.
Is this one of those ones where they give you the bucket and then the expectation is maybe you'll spill?
No one really does that, right?
Well, then you have a lot of buckets around that you can accidentally spill stuff into and be like, oops, I spilled mine, I need another. But then that bucket wine is still good to go. We're running out of steam up here.
that help?
No, Griffin, you're the one who said drink the spit bucket.
It would be a clean, empty one. Thank you so much. Did we help you?
That was so helpful.
Thank you
I
very,
will
very
my
much.
puppet.
Thank you.
Please approach the microphone. Can we also get William S. in section E, row X, seat 113? I hope this isn't a joke because that does spell sex if you read all the letters together. Fuck me, I hope that's not one of those. Hello.
Hello,
Hi.
I'm Bryce. He,
Sorry.
him.
Can
I'm
you...
looking at people who work here to see if anyone's like, nope, not a
Not a
thing.
real thing. Bryce, what's your question?
So recently I've been on a big like 90s recap kick.
Okay.
And I've been watching a lot of old stuff. I've been watching a lot of old Nickelodeon, and I've been watching a lot of Rocket Power.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
And I am at a point where I want to learn how to do a kickflip.
Yeah.
But I've never ridden a skateboard without falling down and knocking the air out of my lungs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I don't want to work that hard. So,
Okay, Bryce,
I
bring it home.
well, so how can I learn how to do a kickflip in 4 days?
Okay, so I've lured you here under false pretenses. Hi. So
You
here's-
sprung our trap again,
you
Bryce.
sprung our trap again, Bryce. Here's the thing that I want to ask you, Bryce. Every single live show we have ever done, there are at least 1 to 2 questions about skateboarding. And I, for the life of me, cannot figure out why you people keep asking us about something that we are clearly so deeply, foundationally ignorant of. We have had 15 years through like peaks and valleys of skateboarding to unfurl any sort of wisdom. It's zero. Yet, every single live show, there is a skateboarding question.
And to that point, it's always a very technical, how do I
How
do
do
this?
I do this trick?
And it's like, it's not like I want to get started. Please tell me other resources
Bryce,
I
not
can.
to put you on the spot, but what is it about us that's like these guys could skateboard?
And not just skateboard, but have the skills to teach you.
Bryce, I'm
Me in
so
4
sorry.
4 days.
So, okay, it's a number of things, honestly.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, take your time, man.
We've never done a gotcha segment before,
for
so
sure.
like we're also pretty nervous right now.
No, this is cool. My pulse is like 120.
No. Ours too. You get used to it.
Don't, Bryce,
great.
I'm gonna help you after we address this thing.
Yeah, I just assume. I'm looking for a gut reaction.
No, it's a number of things. It's that often I hear talk about Animorphs. I hear
Okay.
talk about other extreme, awesome 90s things.
Right.
And Griffin's like whole vibe kind of makes
sorry
me
to dial
assume.
down on the first one, but your thing is like they lived through the 90s and remember stuff from it. So surely.
Don't put Bryce on trial.
These
He is
dudes-
here
these-
as our guest under false pretenses.
These
okay?
dudes fuck with K.A. Applegate, they can grind!
Bryce.
So
we haven't even gotten to my favorite part of the question, Bryce, and you already kickflipped my thought process by when you said in the question, how do I learn in 4 days?
What's
I
that?
thought,
Yeah.
well, I think you've made it clear, tell me if I'm wrong. I thought, oh, there's a deadline. But what it sounds like you're saying, Bryce, is I only have 4 days of caring in me about this. So if I don't get it in 4 days, I'm giving up. how do I get it in 4 days or else?
Which is it, Bryce?
That is 100% correct.
Okay, great, fantastic.
I just,
Now that I can work with.
That
just
is the
know-
most self-aware thing anyone has ever said on this show.
I just know for a fact that if I actually try for 4 whole days, I feel like I could get it.
I think you're absolutely right. Do you know the stumbling block for me is this, like, it's
You would
gonna be
fall down
such
and
an
die
unpleasant-
instant. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean the literal one, which is, it's gonna be such an unpleasant 4 days, though, isn't it? A lot of falling to the ground. And at my age, I don't know, Bryce.
How are your bones,
So why
Bryce?
not increase that? Get some cool teens to watch you learn in 4 days.
Okay.
Because if you're not going to get it with that pressure on you, you're never going to get it.
Or do it near 2 billboards. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna, in 4 days, learn how to skateboard okay. And you'll skateboard behind one of the billboards. That's where you'll have, Tony Hawk back there behind that first billboard. He comes out and does a perfect kickflip and then disappears behind the second billboard where you will then skateboard out the other side, creating a perfect sort of stereoscopic illusion.
Wait. What if you go behind one billboard, Tony Hawk kick flips across the gap, and then a beautiful Las Vegas style showgirl emerges from the other side? What?
No, wait, no shit. Tie it all together back to what you said. You, Tony Hawk, and then it's a horse, and you're an anamorph. And
Yeah, dude, now we're back at our core competency.
Yeah.
Does that help?
Absolutely.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
Bryce.
so much,
You're a great
Bryce.
sport. Thank you, Bryce.
It's important that the horse doesn't stay a horse for longer than I think it was 45 minutes or
And if
something.
the horse can do a kickflip too, that's
Holy
icing.
shit. Hello.
Howdy, y'all.
Howdy.
Okay, so my
So glad you're real, by the way, and not just a sex gag for us. Thank you so much.
Hey, they could be both.
Yeah, it's fair.
I have a wonderful library in my town. In order to get to the books that I really want, which are the ones about Batman, you have to go downstairs through the children's section in the back. They have a wonderful YA area, but I feel like kind of a creep going down there. How do I feel like not being a creep walking through the kids section to get my Batman books?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Because there was a phrasing there that I do want to clarify. Instead of saying Batman books, you said books about Batman.
That's a huge
And
difference.
there's a very big divide. Are you looking at maybe dissections of Batman as a character?
Or do you just want to keep up with the adventures of your friend Batman?
Yeah, not all books that have Batman in it are Batman books.
Explain what you just
Yeah,
said
so
to us
sorry.
slower.
So you're not looking for
Are you
Green
reading
Lantern.
between the lines of Oliver Twist to be like, I bet Batman
Batman
is
is
alive
in here.
at the time when this book is happening?
I think you need to get Batman reclassified. I think you need to go to the library officials and say, hello, I would like to volunteer to organize a new detective section. And all the great detectives will go there in this section. And it's for grown-ups only.
In fact, if you want to label it adults only and maybe put a beaded curtain
Adult detectives only.
Only.
for adult searching.
Have you asked why the Batman media is classified? Because there's some pretty spooky grown-up stuff that guy gets up to sometimes.
I guess it's just the drawings.
That
Wait,
sucks.
so are all graphic novels and comics
Hey,
in that
listen,
area?
I've seen some of our books over there in the youth section where they should not be, I think.
It is your moral obligation to correct that scenario.
Yeah, if you
misplaced
see our
this.
books in a used bookstore or any bookstore, you have to buy them to keep kids safe.
Yeah, that's important. Have you been confronted before, or is this a silent fear in the back of your mind?
It's a silent fear. It's how the kids look at me sometimes.
Sure.
Wait, how the kids look at you?
Yeah, 'cause I'm tall and I got a big beard and I got a big
Yeah.
hat.
Yeah,
and it's- I have to wear
And they may be
sunglasses.
more like Marvel guys, so
Yeah,
that
yeah,
could be
yeah,
part of the issue also.
See, this is why I think now that we have our cell phones and I store my pictures of my kids in there,
Yeah.
I do sometimes wish I had a wallet with a big drop fold out of pictures of my kids that I could pull out when I felt like someone's judging me.
Yeah.
That I could walk through a children's section and just go, God, I miss my 2 children that I definitely have.
I definitely have 2
and
kids.
flip down 20 pictures of them and people will be like, He definitely has kids, and that's okay.
I have 2 kids and a normal relationship with Batman.
I like him just as much as everybody else likes him.
I like him the normal amount, and you're the assholes for hiding him in the kids zone.
Does that help?
Yes,
What if you flipped your wallet out and it was just 20 pictures of Batman?
I'm supposed to be here. Thank you, William.
Thank you, William.
And thank you, Raleigh.
Thank you. You can lower the lights. Thank you so much.
Thank you all so much.
Hey, y'all, thank you. You've been such a fun audience. You've been very cool, and we really appreciate it. We want to remind you that we do have beautiful posters, and maybe...
By Anna Rose. Thank you, Anna Rose.
Do we still have the coins? Are there still coins? There are still coins available. If you do not buy them now, you will never get a chance to, so get
Justin,
your coins.
I can't believe we got some of these coins left available.
These have been selling so fast. Now,
Oh my God.
why are we pushing these items? Because we're bad at business and we don't make any money off of them. So make sure you suck up because we don't benefit materially.
If we don't sell them, it's kind of like negative money. Isn't that fucked up? Anyway.
And I also want to say thank you to the May Mandy Center here.
Yes, gorgeous. We're so happy to be back. Thank you for having us.
This is our second time performing here, and it's been absolutely lovely every time. Next time, if you could make it a little less humid, we would appreciate that.
The humidity
City
was
of
too
Raleigh.
bad for us, Mandy. Thank you to Montaigne for the use of our theme song, My Life is Better With You. Thank you to our dad. Thank you to...
And thank you to our dad for nutting in your city to give me my older brother, Joseph.
Thank you,
McElroy.
Clint.
That's right, citizen. Thank you, Dad,
Thank
for
you
nutting in our mom.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, everybody who helps us put these shows on. And seriously, thank you all for coming. You all have been absolutely amazing. To finish things off here, can we maybe share a fear that one of our listeners has decided to
Can I read it?
Yeah,
Will
please.
you slide it over? Thank you. Here we go. This year, I will become faster than my fear of having to convince anybody that I'm the real me in a clone standoff scenario. I'm just not a big enough threat to clone.
My name is Justin McElroy.
I'm Travis McElroy.
I'm Griffin McElroy.
My brother, me, kiss your dad square on the lips.
It's better with you. My life, it's better with you. My life, it's better with you. This is true. It's better with two. My life, it's better with you.
Maximum Fun,
a worker-owned network
of artist-owned shows.
supported directly by you.